Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Ivan here, Alex here. Welcome to the I Words and Upwards. Um, yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while, yeah.
But
Missed a few days.
missed a few days. And
Yeah.
maybe not a good idea. But we have thoroughly not enjoyed the last game.
I think a lot of people would probably agree with us on this one that it was tough to watch again.
Well, as per usual, literally.
Yeah. There's like not many kind of good points to take away
But-
from the last game.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. Yeah,
It was
I mean,
literally
that's-
like watching any other game.
Yeah.
It's and the result. Actually, you know what? Stoke didn't play that great either.
No,
and
I don't think so.
and and Wrexham played the way they usually do. So we just don't want to repeat ourselves every time.
Yeah, it's like you can't break down something that's not really
There.
worth breaking.
There was
down, like-
literally nothing to break down. We broke it
Yeah.
down so many times. Like
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The only thing is that everybody's getting on Longman right now for missing.
Yeah.
They call it the open net.
Yeah.
And you can tell that people actually never really played football on any kind of level.
Yeah.
When a goalkeeper deflects a shot like that, because Kabore laced that thing.
Yep.
There is so much power and spin on the ball.
Yep.
And he's not a right-footed player.
Yep.
Sorry, not a left-footed player. He's a right-footed player. He actually did not miss by much at all. And it seems like the entire goal was open. But the angle that he was at to be able to one-touch that ball on that angle
Yep.
with that much spin, it's very hard. It's very hard.
Absolutely. And if he was to try and bring it under control, it's even more possible. He would have taken a touch like a trampoline because it was coming back off that goalie pretty hard.
Like
And then so
from my experience, the second you touch a ball deflected on that
Yeah.
angle like that,
Yeah.
you don't know where it's gonna go.
you don't know where it's going to go.
It's literally it can slice. It's like that's unpredictable when you break the stack playing pool.
Mm.
And one of the balls just spinning so much that it hits the bank and it just bounces completely in a completely random way.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what's gonna happen. So it's not.
There's no physics. There's no way that you can prepare for that. It's just luck. Like
Yeah.
if you hit it right and it goes in the net, then well done, lucky strike.
Exactly. And blaming him, like now a lot of people saying Broadhead needs to start, Longman needs to sit. Everybody just goes back to the same. They blame players, individuals, instead of actually looking like it doesn't matter who's playing. The way they play is the problem.
Yep.
The lack of system, the lack of improvement, the lack of operational preparation for the game. The same mistakes, like we said last time. There is no light at the end of the tunnel.
Not with going out and doing the same thing all the time, expecting the same results.
Bro, the team is losing 1-0 for almost 60 minutes of the game.
Mm.
How many shots on target they had in that 50-something, 54, 50, 55 minutes? Like one shot on
One
target?
shot. Yeah.
Like you are losing the game for 2/3 of the game.
Yep.
And you're not even putting shots on target. Like why you like what is there to talk about?
Yeah, it's the same thing again. Like struggle to hold on to the ball for very long. We'll get into it when we start looking at what other people are saying. But interesting thing. We'll get into it when we start.
That's us.
That was an action replay. People saying that Wrexham pretending the ball is a hot potato. And it's
potato.
a moved potato. Yeah. It's like, get that potato out of here.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
It's like, don't hold on to the ball, not carrying it. And it's just not good. Well, I mean, don't even worry about possession because
complete lack of you can tell that there is literally no coaching about progressing through the zones and constructive build-up. When they receive the ball in the sort of midfield or close to top three, top third, they start passing it back because they feel more comfortable and safe to hoof it back again from the back, fight for the second ball, rather than trying to build up where they caught the turnover because the rest defense is not set. They know that if they turn it over with a couple of numbers committed into certain zones, they're going to be burned on a counter attack.
Yep.
They like how many times you saw the pass going back from the top third, literally passing back to Okonkwo.
Yep.
Because then they feel comfortable knowing that now they're going to bypass everybody through another hoof, but the numbers will be in their favor because they will be sitting behind the ball.
Yep.
And that's all we see is that defending by numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why we lost 1-0 because there was fucking 20 people in the box all the time.
Yep.
Like if there was a fluke goal, doesn't matter. Stoke did enough to score a goal.
Yep.
And they hit the bar. And Wrexham did enough to score nothing because counting that Longman miss, well, if he scores first, I think Stoke gets even angry.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's again blaming individuals is just it's so wrong.
Yep.
when your system is completely up to fuck.
Absolutely. And the thing that irritates me the most is when Okonkwo gets blamed all the time. Like that guy keeps them in it. Like he's a big reason why they're still low scoring games and you're not seeing 5-0 blowouts sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that like some of the teams that Wrexham have played in recent times are putting a lot of shots on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and you could say that because Wrexham do like to play like they will always sit in that quite heavy defensive block. Yeah. It does make it difficult, which is fine, but like then people will say
there is no space to counter attack. Yeah,
and it's just gonna be constantly a case of hoofing the ball away, which looks desperate. And if that's the case, is that Parky's strategy to just like try and get away with maybe that 1-1? Is this like all that he's kind of set up for? And I get it, like against the bigger teams, we're going to maybe see the same against Coventry and Birmingham.
But game in, game out, what I was always saying is that the results dictated not by the way Wrexham played, by the way the opposition plays.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it different. Teams don't care about. They are not intimidated by Wrexham. They don't care about what Wrexham does. The result depends on how the opposition plays, not the other way around, whether home or away. Because tactically, operationally, nothing changes. Nothing. If the other team is a bit flat or decides to go in for that brawl, to that sort of pit bull fight, then Wrexham has a chance. If the other team like Stoke is patient on the ball, they will commit a couple of mistakes. Maybe they will concede a goal, but they control the match. They control the ball, and Wrexham are just losing energy, running around, losing energy, absorbing pressure. Same stuff, game in and game out, literally same. And now again, everybody's like, well, next game, Browhead is gonna play, has to play. Nothing will change. Nothing. It's like you look at Kiefer Moore, started the season great. Look at where he is now and what he's doing now.
Yeah.
They're blaming him now. Windass started great. Now they're blaming Windass.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the next one to blame? So we'll get picking one or two to blame every time.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
enough of that.
Yeah. Like that was the small breakdown of the game this time around. Instead of going on the whole podcast to say what should have happened, what's going on,
instead of
what might happen,
repeating the same thing over and over again. Even though, guys, I got a podcast ready for you. I will do a bit of a in-depth breakdown on why a lot of people start thinking that players are to blame instead of lack of coaching and instead of lack of system, how it changes in a lot of people's mind and why people start blaming players. After a while, I will do that podcast. It will be quite technical, but I got it ready, so I will find time to do that. But for now, what we're going to do, like Alex was saying, instead of us repeating the same thing over and over again, we're actually going to read other people's comments on official Wrexham Facebook page, on BBC, and maybe we'll even find a little bit on YouTube, just to just to go through the comments in no particular order and see what other people are saying, and maybe we'll find a couple of funny ones, the ones that actually make sense. Maybe a couple of gold nuggets there.
Absolutely. And look, this isn't an opportunity to start begging Wrexham. Like, this is not the point in what we're doing right now. This is just, it'll be a mix of some good ones, some funny ones, and some bad ones.
We did not even go. We just saw a lot of comments. We read through maybe like 4 or 5. Some of them were hilariously funny, and instead of reading them, it's like our reaction to what the voices are saying, right? So,
I think it was more the funny ones, and I'm pretty sure a few of you guys, if you've had time to read through some of the post game reviews and post game, if you find those ones, you'll find quite a lot of kind of funny comments. So here we go.
Yeah, so, but look, we're going to be naming the people because they are publicly leaving their comments. So it's not like we're revealing anybody's identity.
No.
They leave it for everybody to see.
Yep.
So you can always find them. We know exactly where we're reading them from. We're not coming up with them. So we're going to start with Gareth Lewis. And that is a comment section after a full-time 1-0 loss on official Wrexham AFC Facebook webpage. Facebook page, sorry. So, oh man, buckle up. Folks, because that was one heck of a ball game. The boys in red gave it 110%, but at the end of the day, Stoke just wanted it more. 1-0 on the scoreboard. That's a tough pill to swallow. You hate to see it, you really do. They were moving that soccer puck upfield, trying to find the end zone. But Stoke's defense was like a brick wall out there. I mean, these guys came to play some defense. You could see the hustle. You could see the heart. But the execution just wasn't there in the final third of the quarter. Coach is going to have to go back. Look at the tape. Make some post-game adjustments and just trust the process. A tough L tonight. But hey, we're still in this thing. Long season ahead, folks. I think this is gold. This is
there's some good American humor in that.
That's good American, and that is like, I'm pretty sure Gareth is American, but I see a lot of that talk from a lot of good American fans out there who use the talk of the other sports talking about football, but that is gold. I love that. Did you want to? Let's take turns. What's yours? Do you have one?
No, I'm still going through some of the trying to find.
I'm literally going to go down.
Yeah.
Views in a game from a Stoke fan. I thought your performance was quite poor. I can't remember the last time I saw so many unforced errors from a side at this level. Moore looked very isolated on his own. He's a really good player at this level, but was ineffective yesterday, and it was quite easy for our centre-halves to mark him out of the game. This also allowed our fullbacks to get into the attacking positions a lot more, which pushed you back even further. Good luck for the rest of the season. I'd really like to see you doing well in the championship and to challenge towards the top half. There you go. So very objective view. A lot of things that we covered before. Complete misuse of Moore and the fact that the opposition recognized that we commit an enormous amount of unforced errors. Just tells us that hoofball doesn't work because you turn over possession 9 out of 10 times, and passing just doesn't exist. There is no link-up play. There is no progression through the zones. Everything we spoke about. So yeah, very very good in-depth comment. Don't worry. So that by the way, that was from Mark Lister. Mike Jordan says, "Don't worry, Stockport will replace you and revenge all your defeats for you." That's good to see a Stockport fan.
Good old Stockport, remember them well.
Yeah. Artemius Stromberg looks like a person from Scandinavia. I have a feeling that someone will return to League One. Smiley face. Valid point of view. I think a relegation battle is on the cards.
Yeah, they've got to start pulling something out the bag now to make sure. Like if it's just a mid-table finish of what Parky's hoping for, like if that's his game, whatever. Like I think at this point, I think we can all just hope for just some kind of some consistent drawing or whatever, I don't know. But if there's any more losses now, and especially like if it's a downhill run towards, and he wants to keep his job, like he's got to do something.
Well, the way they play, the ceiling for that kind of football is mid-table.
Yeah,
like lower mid-table. That's I mean,
that's fine. Like instead, like if that's the end game, then so be it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but
for him to achieve anything better, like back in League Two, I said that he needs to go when I understood that is his aptitude ceiling for the way he plays football. In order to be successful in this league, playing the way he wants to play, he needs top Premier League players.
Yeah, well, it's looking that way. Can they afford to be bringing people in on that kind of money?
It makes no sense
already now.
I don't know. Makes no sense. But okay, do you have one or?
Yeah, still kind of going through. Some of these are quite,
Give us one. Any.
You just got.
Who is it by?
Oh, wait. You go for another
one.
I'm gonna get one of some of these. Are some of them pretty poor.
I
just don't want it to sound like I'm.
Daniel Napper. My honest opinion as a Stoke fan. Wrexham were very hard to break down and kept their shape well. Apart from the sitter you missed, there was no threat up front. I thought you would have pushed out more the second half and was surprised you didn't, which made for a pretty average game. Stoke did well to get a goal. We looked the better side, but have done in every game this season. To be honest, we have a decent squad. I would say your goal this season is to stay up. You can build on your squad next year. It only takes a good few signings in the championship to become a decent team. Stick with your manager. There is no glass ceiling at your club, and you will definitely come good. You're a great club, which is very well run. All the best for the future. There you go. And another opinion from Daniel, Stoke fan. Basically, what we spoke about is that hard to break, so a lot of people defending, a lot of people in the box, hence the low-scoring game. No threat up front, mistakes, a pretty average game. Another standard Wrexham game. They looked a better side. They have a better side. He reckons that we need to stick with the manager. Manager loyalty is important to a lot of clubs. I think that's just like a compliment, I reckon. In this
Maybe
case.
so.
Yeah, but that's his opinion.
Absolutely. And, you see that especially at international level. Remember, like England with Gareth Southgate and people saying that he should have stuck around for a bit longer. And, it's just give them time. Like Parky's done his job, and his job was to get him as high as he possibly could. And now he's out of his depth. But that's just what it comes down to. Like, great that he got them into the championship. I'm pretty sure, he's done everything he possibly can in that sense. But yeah, it's now like you want to sit mid to low table for the rest of your time at the club, then that's pretty much what's always going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so one here has just got an interesting one just because of the point. Is saying,
so Alex has got the comments from BBC.
This is from BBC now, from BBC Wales. So the whole thing, but there's a guy called TV. He said, Stoke had a weird on-goal go their way. Outside of that, neither side did anything to warrant a win. Possession doesn't always mean quality.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, I get what he's saying. It was like, was it a lucky goal for Stoke?
Yeah,
it was.
It was. But
yeah,
when you dominate the possession, and the opposition team has one shot on goal the entire time they lose, they did enough to score. It doesn't matter how.
It doesn't matter how. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. And look, you say possession doesn't always mean quality. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's not possession that wins a game of football. It's the goals.
Yeah, and it's what you do with the ball.
That's right.
Just the fact that you got the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest thing that we talk about it week in, week out. It's the things that irritate you. It's like if you're not at least even trying to do something with the ball, like if you're completely outmatched, if you're I don't know. You see it in the Champions League as well, and you see like it's a bottom of the table going up against the top of the table. They're going to go play a really strong, tight defense game. They're going to try and then park the bus without parking the bus. And then, it's hoofing the ball away. It's going to try and get those lucky breakaways if they can, because they're not going to be able to beat the midfield. Like Stoke have got obviously a much better midfield, a way to play it through the middle. But we're seeing that in every single game every single game. Yeah. Obviously, the better teams do it
better, faster.
They do it faster, and they just find a way through the middle a lot easier.
There is a lot better teams do it with a lot more automatism. Yeah, which Wrexham has none of because nobody coaches them how to do it. Next one from Greg Keach. Parkinsonism should try 4 at back to accommodate Broadhead. Too good for bench. Stoke were there for the taking today. So that person thinks that it was a winnable game and that Parkinson keeps on playing the same kind of, in this case, it's a formation. And Broadhead, being the most expensive signing of the campaign, doesn't get any playing time. So that's, those are valid points. I'm not sure if Stoke was there for the taking, but, that's what the person thinks. From there on, Malcolm Gallagher says, not much point in playing Kiefer up front if we can't cross the ball, for fuck's sakes. Very good point. Many times I have mentioned that if you're going to build your game through basic move up through a wall pass or a scoop up into the free area behind their left or right back and chase the ball for a cross, at least know where the cross is going to go. And the way, even though cross is already the least reliable way of delivering the ball into the box, XG wise, looking at Wrexham historically, those crosses land
wherever.
So there is, if you're relying on crossing games, why aren't you having a model? Why don't they know where the ball is going to go?
It looks different every time. Like we see, Kabori seems like he's a little bit more consistent with when he's crossing the ball. So he is he's trying to get it as far upfield as possible before he's really trying to kind of curl it back into the box. And then and that's where you've got a lot of people then kind of pushing up at the same time. That's kind of like the best, and that's where we've seen a lot of kind of goals come at that time.
That's true.
The issue is when you've got your CDM sitting quite high at that point as well.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help because Wrexham, unfortunately, again, as soon as the ball is crossed into the box, it's a gamble. Who's going to is the ball either going to find the net? Is it going to go out of possession, or is the opposition then going to get? As soon as the opposition get the ball, and if they get it back down on the ground, Wrexham are sitting deep again. And this is what we're seeing over and over again: is that scramble to get people back. And
sprint back because there is no rest. The rest defense says
no rest defense.
Set up.
So, and that's when you saw all those times where Wrexham were just where Stoke were just battering right through the middle. And then
that's the one. Next one from Dan D. August Steamboat. Please start Barney over Longman. Well, that goes to the conversation that we had before. Is people tend to blame individuals.
Again, so Longman
now the Longman is the pariah.
He's definitely he's had a lot of stick since that game.
But before he did well, a lot of people loved him before that.
Of course.
So one miss and all of a sudden guys, it's not the person, it's not the players, it's the way they play together. It's the system. Josh Freeman, better showing from the defense, but the offense was stagnant. Time to add another striker up front or switch out Moore for more speed. Kibore, he wrote, was top class with movement of the ball today. Okay, so same thing. This person sees defense doing better because Wrexham was sitting very low for very long, longer than some of the previous games.
Yeah.
A lot of this. So basically, it was like effectively 5-4-1 in the box, in their half at least all the time. So some people like to see that, and they think it's a good defense. It's a good bullet catcher.
Yep.
But there's nothing to. And then from there on, what the person is saying is that time to add another striker up front. You have to make your mind. Do you want to have 11 people behind the ball, or do you want to have attacking options?
Yep.
If you're going to be absorbing pressure without a constructive plan to go through the zones, use midfield as well, not only flanks, and actually threaten the team instead of just absorbing. You can't make change by just changing a player. You need to change the system.
Yep.
Okay. So again, that's people there, and we keep on running into that, confusing individuals for the system, for systematic issue, individual issue.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have anything?
Well, yeah, I was just gonna make that point in saying like what's happening up front, and we see now having Kabori and Windus, they just don't play well together. They don't seem like they kind of talk to each other.
Good point.
And I think this is like the breakdown of like the system, if you call it, what Parky has put in place. That Kabori kind of does his own thing, but he pushes really deep, and then Windus is kind of like he's just out of sorts because he's trying to find Kiefer or he's trying to find someone in the box, but the problem is like the defense already know what he's going to do. So that straight away, Kiefer has got like 2 men on him straight away.
He's isolated straight up.
Straight away.
Yeah.
And and Windus is just kind of in the wind.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. Look, you're absolutely right. We have a lot of new players playing together. They are gelling in the tactical void. Gelling in a tactical void can only get you so far. They are professionals. Professionals don't take that long to gel. Not as long as people think they do. Professional football players will understand each other relatively quickly. Few weeks, 3-4 weeks, and they should be all right. But they need to have a clear tactical and operational education on what they are doing.
We should be seeing some kind of improve. If it's not, it doesn't have to be like in the entire game, but we should be seeing either like an improvement either in the defense, the midfield, or the attack. There's something which we're seeing different in each game.
Yeah, and they are getting told to play what they see every game, and you can see that from what you're saying. They are playing what they see, but what they see, what Kabori sees, is different from what Windass sees.
Yeah,
because they don't have it's like an orchestra playing without having the same notes in front of them.
Yeah,
they don't have the notes in front of them.
Yeah.
They need to listen to one another and understand what each and every one of them are playing, and that takes a very long time.
Yeah,
and Parky had that opportunity to keep the old squad. The old squad was there. They were gelled. Add 3 or 4. No, he decided to replace everybody.
13.
There you go. That's what you get.
Yeah. Cool. There's just one more here from a secret sniper.
Wow,
I was going to say you relate to that one. He says, or she says, Wrexham did okay today against a high-flying Stoke team. I think if Wrexham can bring in another 3 to 4 players in January, cement their position and build, would be a good season. Some good options out there, especially in League One. Cozier Dubbery would be a great addition on loan. He's fast, direct, and he's destroying League One. Wrexham need an injection of pace in wide areas.
Okay, well,
they kind of got it on the right wing. Do they have it on the left?
A bit lopsided.
A little bit lopsided, but we're still, we kind of see that there is still a lot of sprinting going on. Not too much of that nice kind of slow, fast passing going on. Sorry, not slow, fast passing. Sorry, I mean like a slower game.
Yeah, but how
like fast passing.
Yeah, you know how we're talking about it the other day. Why a lot of the times high level football, very well drilled teams, they look slow, but in fact they're really fast.
Yeah,
we don't have that.
No.
So a lot of people talk about speed, like we need more speed.
An injection of pace.
Well, because look, the thing is that what people are talking about is that Parkinson In the ideal world, if he was any kind of competent tactician, he wants to play on the break.
Yep.
He wants to play a pure counter-attacking football.
Yep.
That's why people complain about lack of pace, because the players that we have are not fast enough to break away. The way we play, we need Usain Bolts to be able to sprint from their half, chasing, because it's a kick and chase, chasing the ball that's been launched in any kind of free zone in the opposition half. We don't have those players. Not a single player is that fast.
Well, actually, I was thinking just then, as you're saying it, like back in the League Two era, we had a much slower defense. When you had your Boyle and Tozer, and they were very slow. It was that kind of old school 1990s style defense of just
lumberjacks,
the big lumberjacks, whereas now, like, we have probably the fastest.
Well, not the fastest, but
I'd
competent.
Say. Yeah. I mean, like in Wrexham, like going.
Yes, on Wrexham, yes, absolutely, younger guys and yeah.
And anyway, So point being is, like, you can't inject any more speed into the defense than we've already got. It's just they've just got to play better defense. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
play smarter defense. And actually, in that game, I was just looking that there was a few of them that actually had a better go in the past few games gone. But still not enough to keep the score sheet. The score sheet clean.
Yep. Yeah. Well, definitely. Well, but look, defense, personality-wise, like if you look player by player, yes, defense is better. But the way they are operating together and with a complete lack of cohesion through the midfield, I don't know. It's an argument.
But the goals have dried up now as well, so it's not like they can even, even if you say, like, you've got a poor defense. Okay, we might get scored on, maybe one, maybe two on average a game. It's bad, but it's not the end of the world if your attackers can be making sure if they're getting the goals as well. But as I said, like, they've kind of gone. Like, we're not seeing them anymore.
On that, William Morgan, what were Wrexham thinking? Stoke are for the taking. Take off those Hollywood sunglasses. Very good point. Before this game, the amount of hype around the social media and everywhere, it's been a break. Everybody's recovered. It's going to be great. We're going to go. We're going to win. This is it. This is going to be the beginning. Why? What is the basis behind it? Just because the team had a break? Every team had a break. There was no logical indication of any improvement whatsoever. And going around hoping that it's going to be now amazing from the next game onwards. Hollywood sunglasses, take them off. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. Things are not going to change. There will be no drastic changes. There's going to be more of the plan A. Long man's miss. Anyone could have scored that from Robert Williams. No, Robert Williams, not anyone could have scored that. And a lot of the very good players on the highest level would have missed that shot too. It was not as easy as it looks on TV. We already spoke about that. Josh Williams, time for Park the Bussinsons out. 2 question mark.
Park the Bussinsons.
Park the Bussinsons. Yes, maybe it's a good conversation to have, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's going to do too much good right now.
No, and look, I think you say, well, we're talking about this park the bus without scoring goals. It's like, of course, you can't, like, park the bus. Usually it's when you've scored a goal and then you sit deep, like, you
defend your lead. Yeah,
you defend your lead. And look, and every kind of team's done that. So it's not, I think it's more so that Wrexham are, like, especially against, like, now that we're running the gauntlet, now that we're going up against these tougher teams, that's kind of all he's doing. It's like it's just like, absorb as much collateral as you can, shield wall for 90 minutes, and hope for the best. where I don't know. I think, if you want your players to be just going out there and just, giving it all they can, then like go out and play something a bit more daring. Like stop playing your cup final game on every single game against the bigger
right, because
teams.
you're still picking up
if you know you're gonna lose, if you know you're gonna lose, if that's how you feel that you're gonna lose, then actually just go out there and let the lads play.
Take some risks. Yeah, exactly.
Take some risks.
Yeah.
They've got to.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well,
Go on.
On that, from Josh Redford, it seems it's a system that stifles players. It worked for the past 3 seasons, but players at this level are fitter, faster, and smarter, and can easily counter it. Really impressed with the way Max is stepping up. He doesn't look out of pace at championship level. He just keeps getting better. I'm biased because I've always been a Max fan. All right, so John, he's got the point. It is the system. Actually, it's complete lack of the system, to be honest. It worked for 3 seasons because in every season, Wrexham won with superior players in every position, and it would work in Championship too, but you need top PL level players to play like that. And it still will work to a certain extent. And Max going from National League to League Two to League One, now playing a championship, young, fit, good athlete. The problem is that he is completely missed out on schooling, and his first pass is nowhere to be found. The only thing he does with the ball is he hoofs it forward, just like Mr. Parkinson wants him to for the last 4 years.
Yeah, if he played for a different team, as we're starting to see with some of the other players leaving Wrexham, like they're actually doing good now, you know. And look, it's not to say he's a bad. Like I think he's doing all right for what he's doing, but if he was to gone to another team,
You got something?
I was going to carry on about the defensive discussion we were just having. So this one is on YouTube now from one of the on the EFL highlight video. And CLJ4874 says Parkinson's setting up far too defensively. Lacked any creative going forward. It was a very poor performance. As for Stoke, they weren't much better. Rarely tested the Wrexham keeper either, but got the important goal. Oh God, he's written it in chicken scratch. Stoke be either. Stoke be finishing mid-table or mid-table. There we go. Yeah, mid-table based on that Wrexham flirting. They're flirting with relegation the way Parkinson set the team up.
That sounds about right. The only thing is that if you lacked creativity, always what I did disagree with is the Wrexham performed poor. Wrexham performed the way they perform every game. It's just Stoke that did a couple of things that pretty much made them look worse than they usually do. So. Yeah, I think that Wrexham actually played on par with every other performance.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not that they're having a bad game in what they're being told to do, right? Yeah.
David Rutter says Wrexham will stay up, I think, as there are 3 teams far worse, 2 from Sheffield, plus another. That said, your owners will now realize the championship is on another level, the previous leagues and promotions, as Birmingham are also discovering. There you go. So David here says that Wrexham may be staying up because, well, I don't think Sheffield United will go down, to be honest. I think they will figure it out.
They seem like they're starting to get it together now.
Yeah. So, again, objective point of view from somebody else. There is guys, it's 10 games into the season now. We can make certain conclusions by this time. So this is not 2 games. This is not 5 games. This is 10 games. 10 points. 10 games, 10 points.
10 points,
Point per game, maybe a little bit more than a point. We are looking at 70% relegation battle. Let's put it this way. 30% comfortable low mid-table, than relegation. If it gets to the point when like you're a bit further up the table, like mid-table, yeah, great, cool, but don't expect playoffs. Like it's
but that's not. I don't think that was ever really the. I know some people like the dreamers. They thought so. Now everyone's kind of looking at best possible outcome, and best possible outcome is going to be a mid to lower table, not relegation zone battle, obviously. Now, but now it comes the problem, and it's what this fellow was saying now is about like the championship. It is on another level to what these the sponsors, the promoters. It's a lot of money they've already put in. Now, of course, it's not as much money as other teams in the championship have put in. But it's only their first season. So what happens now? What happens in the next couple of years? How much will they start injecting into the team before they realize the return of investment in the championship is pretty crap? Because where are Wrexham going to be making their money after? So after the series on Disney ends, right? They're still 5 years away from a new stadium, so they're not going to get it through ticket sales. TV sales are only so. Merchandise, it'll start to slow down when Wrexham aren't winning their games, right? They'll start to lose a lot of the, the plastic fans will start to fall off, right? Then the money's going to struggle. So then you just can't be. They're not just going to start splashing more and more money every year when it's. So it's going to be very interesting to see actually what happens now.
And that's why I don't get it. They're working within football environment. Rob and Ryan are connected to some very good football people. People who work for Wrexham connected to some very good football people. I say it over and over again. It's okay to lose. It's okay to struggle through the season. What will keep the players, the fans, and everybody else satisfied and entertained is the way you play.
That's what it comes down to. It's the art of the game and the entertainment value of what you're seeing.
If you play hoofball, this is what you're gonna get. We're reading the comments. We did not come up with this. We read that. If you play exciting, risky, adventurous, genuine, original football, it's attractive.
So that's the reason why. Of course, the highest leagues are generally favored, right? The Champions League, the Premier League, Serie A, the La Liga. That's the reason why you see those, that they have the biggest followings, the biggest fan base out of everyone else. Now, that doesn't mean the Championship doesn't have good games, because if any of you guys, we watched the highlights, we watched a couple of the other games live.
There's very good games.
Very good games, some very good football being played.
And these not necessarily at the top of the table either. No.
So like good football does happen in this league, and that's the reason why I've loved it for as long as I have, is because it's the realest. It's gritty football still. Like, and mistakes obviously happen. It's nowhere near perfect,
and they need to happen. That's the fun of it. But it's okay to make mistake if you're trying something worth making a mistake. You're trying something that is actually that justifies you making that mistake because it was a great thought, great play, great design. You remember that comment? Sorry, I cannot find that comment right now, but there was a comment. I think it was on YouTube actually. I don't know who wrote it, but there was a comment that literally went like this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, boys, I've just spent 35 million quid on you so that you can hoof that ball like you never hoofed it before. I could not hold my tears back when that was And on that, Bernard Males says 3 shots on goal ? Team is losing for 60 minutes of the game, right? Through the 60 minutes of them trailing, 1 shot on goal. What, I mean, talking about Longman miss or talking about a fluke goal, what is there to talk about if you are shooting once on goal in 2/3 of the game while trailing, while losing? Very good point, Bernard Males.
So obviously, back to the point that we were making before, the shots on, just the attacking opportunities kind of drying up a little bit. They're still there, but yeah, it's going to be like that against the stronger teams. But I really want to see some kind of more effort up front, because they can do it. This is the thing, they can do it, and it's like, even if they're just going to go out and play their own way, if they're going to go out and take their own risks, then do it. Just go up and take some shots.
Yeah. Well, next game now, Oxford again. We've been saying it before with some other games that we played, especially at home. Oxford now is a must-win game.
Yeah,
it's
because for both of those two teams now, they're staring down the barrel of relegation, right? Yeah, I think Wrexham
relegation fight. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, so it's just look at, I guess, going up against tough teams after that. I think Coventry's after Oxford. So if Wrexham don't beat Oxford now, it's going to put them in a really crappy place going up against the strongest team in the league.
Would you bet your money that Wrexham is going to win the game?
I've got my money on a draw. I've got my money. I think it's got 1-1 written all over it.
Again, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. G'day, Wayne. How are you, mate?
Wayne,
thanks for watching.
What's up, brother? How you doing? We're just shooting shit today. We're just literally going through. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure if you're watching us since the beginning, but we gave a brief rundown. Same old boring game, but we're reading through official comment section of the Wrexham AFC Facebook. And some on the YouTube. So just talking about what other people are saying, so that it doesn't sound like we are only saying those things.
Yeah.
And on that, the next comment is from Martin Williams. Shocking second half. Couldn't pass the ball and keep any possession. Build no pressure. That being our strongest team. So yes, again.
Kakachi being back.
Kakachi is being back.
Yep.
Again, people talking about finding our best 11, finding the strongest team. It's fundamentally wrong. If you're looking as a coach, if you're looking at fielding your best players, and right now, Parkinson is now playing 3-4-3, apparently. If you haven't noticed, bullshit, he doesn't. Because if you look at a coaching principle of fielding only your best players and not worrying about the way they actually play, that will A, make you not trust your substitutions. B, you will run your best 11 into the ground so that they lose speed, they lose enthusiasm, and they lose this will to live effectively. And most of all is that your people who are your squad players will lose their what's called the game tonus. So they are absolutely out of the freaking out of the magazine. Because they get no trust, no time, and effectively they become your training dummies. So that's all I gotta say. So once more time, it's not about who you play; it's about how they play. It's about your talent, your original vision, your design, your coaching. It's not about choosing who plays. I'm just getting so sick about talking about that all the time. All three Welsh teams going to be playing in the. See you next year when all three Welsh teams will be playing in the championship. Yeah, maybe. Cardiff might go back up.
Cardiff looking pretty good in League One. So it'd be great to have another Welsh team up there. A bit more rivalry.
Yeah, that was from David Conway, by the way. Andy LG. They've done fantastic to get where they are, but they do look like a League One team at best. Ta-da! Yeah, well, yes.
In League One, they didn't look fantastic either.
No.
Yeah, this is I think what we've made some good points on there. They weren't the strongest team in League One to go. I know Birmingham obviously had made the biggest signings, but they were playing better football.
The way they set up, the way they their play, their game is designed, the way the lack of tactics and systems are very obvious. That is League One, League Two. That's what the person is saying effectively. And the next comment is from David Torres, still on the path to the Premier League.
Yeah, so that's a bit more kind of what you call it? Yeah, the haters section. Yeah, like the of course. You look through, and this is what we're saying. I'm trying to try and not focus on a lot of the hate comments, because obviously we don't want this to be about that. But yeah, of course, people are poking fun. Like a lot of people do poke fun, because I think it's, Wrexham obviously have drawn a lot of attention to themselves, especially any team which puts a lot of money into trying to do what it's doing. I think they have a bit of a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
So that's why we always said in League Two and League One, everyone will go out and play their cup final game against them. And yeah. But, yeah.
Esmond van den Ham. Barkey achieved a lot, but it looks like it's time for someone new in front of the group.
Yep.
No
yeah.
comment.
Yeah.
No comment.
A lot of comments saying that it's time for a change, but not this season. I think just kind of run the course, finish up mid-table. I reckon that's the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think.
then start again afresh. Maybe toward say at the end of the season, whether they carry on. Because how long is he contract? I suppose really coaches contract.
Coaches,
But yeah. Oh, no, he's actually on a free base contract. I don't think he's ever been had a contract, has he? That's right. Yeah, I remember reading about that actually.
But look, yeah, I agree. Unless you find unless we find our Frank Lampard.
Yeah, that's right. You can't just replace, like, they always say, trust the devil, right?
Yeah. Well,
Because, there are worse coaches out there than Parky. That's the reality of what Wrexham need to know is, and for these people that are so desperate to let him go, yes, okay, like, it's good when you're well established and the money's still coming in, but as we just said before, like, if they start to lose that the cash injections, and they're going to have to start downgrading the super signings, then they're going to have to do it the hard way, and the hard way is playing good football.
If you keep Parkinson after this season is over, then it's a big mistake. Big mistake. Like, I mean, doesn't matter. Like, even if he gets this team miraculously to the playoffs, still, it's to Stoke supporter here from Glenn Whittingham. Just wanted to compliment your supporters yesterday. Great following. Yeah, we heard a lot about how people are singing nonstop, and
Yeah. Oh, they make noise. You'll hear them all game long, and that's great. So
well done. That's always good to hear. Kind of already same. Parky needs his enthusiasm back. From Knowledge Mitch Marimo. Yep. Simon Carlin thought your keeper looked very shaky. I cannot fault Okonkwo.
I can never fault that guy. Like, he is actually an awesome goalie, and he pulls off awesome saves as well.
Yeah, shot stopper. Like, he's fighting for that team like there is no tomorrow.
Is Stoke an ex-Premier League team?
Yes.
So, like, they're well established in the championship. So, losing 1-0, and, like, they had some pretty awesome shots on.
True that.
Yeah.
Will Wilson on that says that I see that the international break didn't do much good, which is a shame. Recruitment is shaky, and I have the impression that Phil Parkinson's speech is no longer getting through. I sincerely hope I'm wrong. We're continuing. We're not giving up. Come on, Wrexham. We've been talking about it since League Two now. If we listen to the way Parkinson talks and says the same words and the same idioms over and over again, the way he talks about football, the way he talks to their players, we can hear it in AAA. We can hear it behind the scenes. That is the talk of a very old school coach.
Yep.
That kind of coach motivator who's barking at his team and tell his players to play stronger, faster, becomes white noise.
Yep.
If you do not deliver substantial new information which challenges and puzzles in a good way your players or makes them better on many levels, your continuous yelling, screaming, and barking, you lose the changing room.
You do.
I have seen it many times. I've experienced it many times. You react to it once or twice, and then that yelling, red-faced idiot becomes just a red-faced idiot.
The red becomes white noise, as they say. Yeah,
exactly. And then, especially after you're being told over and over again, boys, you know what to do. Just go and play what you see. Run faster, hit harder. It's that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, I think so. Just to kind of to add on that as well, like one thing that I actually used to enjoy seeing, like with Wrexham, is if they had a pretty average first half, you would see an extra step in their game, even if it was only for the first 5-10 minutes of the second half. You would see that they've just had a good kick up the arse, that they will go out and they'll be playing with a lot of enthusiasm. But the past few games, I haven't seen that. I think the second half actually looked worse than the first. And that is where I believe what that guy is saying is true.
Yes, and again, you change your entire team. They're not that tight-knit group anymore. They're not the same core players who know each other through and through. And that's why I was saying in the beginning of the season, sometimes it is better to keep so-called weaker League One players, but keep the core of the team.
Keep the core, yeah.
Spice it up with a couple of new guys.
Yeah.
But those guys, because you're still fighting for survival. Like that kind of survival fight, mid-table result could be achieved with those players too. But you still have that character. You have that, the players who really play for their badge, who know what Wrexham means to them.
Yep.
Imagine, like, like I'm saying it before, the real talent of a good coach is to create an outstanding team out of average players.
That's right.
That's what's missing.
That's right. Hey, so just on that, people staying, would you have preferred that Ollie Palmer stay?
Back in League Two, I said that he needs to go. Along with Parkinson.
But Jack Marriott.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and he's killing it right now in his new club.
I have a feeling, like we spoke about Jack so many times.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling under a good manager, that guy could be a superstar in the Championship.
Absolutely. Yep.
Like, I'm sure of it.
I think so. It would have been great to see him go up and play in a Premier League team. Like, if the champion, I think he would have promoted a Championship team if he was, Anyway, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Hopes and dreams fade.
From John Cartnell. Winning regularly both home and away is Wrexham's only safety zone in the Championship. Survival is not an option. Please deal with it.
Yeah.
If you win regularly both home and away, you will be looking at a promotion.
Well, that's it. Or in generally, what people generally win at home, right? They've got the home advantage. It's where you'll see that they're strongest.
Championship is made out of home wins. If you want to be
win your home wins. Yeah.
If you want to be solid in the Championship, I'm not talking about be superior, but you want to be solid. You have to win home games.
Wrexham haven't won at home yet.
Yep.
Which is hopefully that changes.
Which is the next comment from John V. Denley. The relegation battle begins. Yep. Unfortunately, especially if you don't
start winning.
Yep. Got to start winning.
Even if it's the bad games, say Oxford, Coventry, right? 6 points up for grabs. Well, say, okay, just focus on Oxford. Focus on those three. Put yourself mid-table and suffer the blow of Coventry, or best hope for a 1-1 or a 0. I think actually knowing the way that Wrexham can disrupt these better teams is they can actually try and get a draw.
Yeah.
Try and grit out a draw against. And that will be the statement, I think, that they might just need to keep them in it. If they can try and rescue a draw from Coventry, I think that will be what we need to see. If they're ever going to go out and play their be-all, end-all game, it has to be against Coventry.
Well, I feel if anything, that game against Stoke was played. They were playing for a draw.
Yeah, it looked like that. It looked like that's all they were doing.
Yeah. Because that makes sense, logically. But the next comment here from Joan Jarvis is it's a learning curve. I see that comment a lot. I completely disagree with that. Objectively looking at the progression of this team, there is no learning. There is no changes. There is it's the same game, same unchanged 11, same lack of coaching, same stupid, primitive, archaic football, in and out, no learning whatsoever. So that learning curve does not exist. I don't see it.
Well, you've got to see, and this is when we go back earlier when we're talking about, like, surely you're going to start seeing something different.
No. No. Well, I am yet to see something different.
Yeah, as I said, it's clear what we're going to see for the rest of the season, and that is going out to get draws to try and just because even if you draw every single game now, and it's like another another 35 games, and you draw just this is hypothetical, by the way, you're going to get another 35 points on top of the how many points have we got at the moment? 10 points.
10 points. 10 games, 10 points.
Yeah, so there you go. 35, 40, so even 50 points for your season. Okay, that's going to get you mid to low table. Like it's not terrible.
No.
It's not a terrible strategy if that's what your plan is.
But the problem is with that is that if you play like this whole season, your off season better be freaking revolutionary, because you're not going to be able to do that same thing again next season.
If you just keep playing crap football as well, you're just going to get a lot of people just getting fed up of watching it as well.
Yep.
Yep.
I am one of those people too. I'm still supporting the team, but I'm fed up of watching that shitball.
Yeah. When are we going to get a good game? That's the question, right? When are we going to see like just that kind of the flair of Wrexham come back and just see something exciting again?
Paul Wright. Look, you are struggling right now, but you have a new squad, and this is a tough league. You will be a different team after Crimbo, which is Christmas. You just need a bit more time. Where is the objective basis for that? What a lot of people say that just a bit more time, a bit more gelling. It's coming, like everybody was saying after the international break. It's going to be a different team. It's going to be amazing. Yep. This is it. We're going to start and. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. It's not what Parkinson will do over the Christmas break, and he will go back to the owners and he will go back and say, I just need more players, like he always does. Like he doesn't work with his players. He replaces them, right? So we've been talking about it before too. I can guarantee you he will shake them down for another 3 or 4 players. Expensive ones too, because they will be sitting in the relegation zone.
Maybe so. Yeah. Maybe so. But we'll see. We'll see what Christmas will see. But I think, let's have a look. The next couple of games, Oxford coming up. Yeah, must win.
Must win. Absolute must win. Yeah. All right, guys. So I think we went through a very hefty portion of the comments, and it
was a good mix of the good, bad, the ugly, and the funny.
And we're going to finish with a comment from Romy Valentinos. Wow, pretty embarrassing. Wrexham spent 33 million, but their coach is EFL League One level. And as the result, they are now sitting on almost bottom of the table. If old head Parky did not fix his attitude, this club is underachieving and will be relegated. Parky has to go bring Max Kluivert, his son, which work as Wrexham staff, and Mo Fall with him. Or wait, that's £500,000 striker. Did Mo Fall ever score yet? Or, yeah, I guess not. Where is Charlton? They sit well in the mid-table. All that sort of little hate speech.
Bit of a rant.
Bit of a rant. It does make sense. He does have a couple of points there. But, bro, how well Charlton is doing.
Charlton doing good.
Everybody was saying Wrexham was the golden boys of the promoted trio.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying that they're going to be up and up, but look at Charlton.
Yeah.
Going strong with minimum.
Yep.
With minimum resources. All right. I think that's enough for today.
Yeah, absolutely. We can keep going through it, but it was just to get the idea of what people are saying. So, of course, you guys be the judge of what you see. But I think we're both kind of coming to a conclusion of what we keep saying every week.
Boys, I've spent £33 million on you, so that you can hoof that ball like you never hoofed it before. This is gonna be my speech for the rest of the season. Look, guys, if you like this format, if you like us going through the comments like that, please let us know in the comments. We are, next game against Oxford is a must-win. However, Alex is betting on 1-1. Something tells me that we will see a red card in that game. And
a bit of flair, a bit of spice.
Yes, there will be Dobson or Doyle if he plays.
Yeah.
I think that it will be either a 2-2 draw or a 1-2 loss, unfortunately. But if Wrexham can surprise us and pull a win, it will just make everybody's sphincter relax a little bit. Just, and it's breathe easy.
Just, give us something.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Wayne, for being in the chat there. We will see you. We'll see you soon, hopefully, after the Oxford game.
Yep. Take care, guys. See you next time.
Take it easy.